And after that, they said they were gonna hang out for a bit. And that's pretty much the gist of it.
Oh, really?
Yep. Isn't that a funny story?
If by funny you mean horrifying and morbid, then yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's too bad all his buddies got horribly mauled to death by monsters. I hope he's doing alright.
I doubt he'll be missing his friends too much.
Anyway, I've been trying to think of other stuff I can show off. Mr. Phil told me I could come back to perform if I like, as long as I maintain better quality control or something.
Yeah, Bailey, you probably shouldn't work with those guys anymore. They don't sound like the friendliest gang around.
Well, that's good though. I need someone who can give me hard criticism, otherwise I'll never improve.
Either will you improve when the criticism is getting dropped into a pit of stalagmites.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm saying... never mind.
Hey, what'd you do that for?
What?
You just killed that innocent mosquito.
Yeah, it was driving me nuts.
He wasn't hurting anyone though.
He was hurting my ears and was probably about to give me a bite that'd make me regret not killing him an hour from now.
He didn't do anything yet though. You can't just trivially kill things because you think they might hurt you in the future.
You know, you're right, that was pretty screwed up of me. In fact, it reminds me of this story I heard a while ago from somewhere about a bunch of bears getting brutally killed or something.
Well, that's different. Those were all accidents. Like, imagine if someone just decided to kill me because they found me annoying.
I elect not to answer that. Oh, come on, Bailey. Alright, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize to me.
Oy. Sorry, Mosquito Corpse, that you are currently a corpse because of me.
Could you be a bit more sincere?
No, I really can't. Ow!
Evening, Miss Houndel. Keeping well, I hope? Oh, my apologies, Ace. I didn't see you there.
Wow, it sure is getting late. Think it's time for me to head in for the night. See ya, Bailey.
Hey, wait! Oh.
Sometimes I get the impression that Ace doesn't like me all too much.
Yeah, like he's a nice guy, but he's always so cranky.
So true, so true. Anyway, what's this business about a mosquito I heard?
Oh, yeah. Ace killed this poor little mosquito because he was annoying him.
Well, it's still moving. So you can add mosquito killing to the list of things he's failed at?
Well, I know there's this whole food chain thing and nature dynamics and so. I just wish there was maybe a less dire way of how things went. I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe this is just how the world is meant to be. What do you think?
You know what, actually? I think you might be onto something.
You really think so?
I mean, of course. Why should some creatures be born into the easy life through no personal merit, while others are forced to cower in the shadows and scavenge for scraps to survive? It's absolutely unjust, the way things are. Of course, you and I are going to change that, aren't we?
Are we?
Well, if you desire change, you have to initiate said change. But you can continue just moping around about it if you feel that'll accomplish anything.
You're right. It's time to show the world that Bailey Handel has ideas, and that Bailey Handel is worth listening to.
No. She really isn't. Just let me do all the talking. Trust me, it's for the best.
But
you what? This isn't about you. This is about our winged friend down there. Just to be upfront, I have no interest in working with someone whose only drive is self-aggrandization. So unless you want to take this seriously...
No, I'm sorry. I really want to do this.
Right, that's better. Like I said, I'm in charge. I'll do the talking. You can just stand around and draw people in with your... lamentability.
Yay, I'm lamentable! Whatever that means.
Hello all, gather round, for I've an issue to discuss that is of highest urgency. Last night, a tragedy befell our humble community. This mild-mannered mosquito here, who for now we shall refer to as Mickey, was struck down without cause.
Who cares?
You should care, sir, that our society has fallen to the point that vital contributors to our greater ecosystem are being wantonly assaulted.
It's a damn mosquito. It doesn't contribute anything, it's just a parasite.
Aha! There's the word I was looking for. Parasite. You say it with such contempt and disgust. Why? In contrast, The word predator commands fear and respect, but pragmatically, I could argue that a creature that takes only what it needs and departs is more respectable than one that kills for each and every meal. That said, I'm not here to condemn or shame any creature. I'm simply here to offer my perspective. That perspective is that if we just brush aside the life of any creature because we don't deem it worthy of our regards, that cultural attitude will continue to rise up the tier list. And soon enough, no one will be mourning you, or even you. And that's my primary fear, people. Such a nihilistic society simply can't thrive. Which is why we must treat this mosquito here with the same care that we would for any undue death.
What can we do to help?
Glad you asked.
So how much would you recommend I donate?
Oh, we don't want to put a metric on generosity. If people just give what we tell them to, the gesture will soon lose meaning for them.
Right. That said, my recommendation is you just let it drain into the base until you pass out.
Is that safe?
Charity's not supposed to be easy, friend.
Vince, I got the materials you asked for.
Ah, great timing. We were almost running out of blades. All right, next donor, please step up.
Hey Vince, just one thing. I was thinking, don't you think there should be more to helping Mickey recover than just a whole lot of blood?
You had me up until I was thinking, which I should remind you is not in your job description. Vector, it's getting a bit crowded around here. Take the bug inside,
Got it.
and make sure to keep an eye on it, alright?
Okay, what the hell's all this?
The Blood Donation Station. A charitable endeavor, Ace. That's what the hell all this is.
Literally bleeding people dry is a charitable endeavor?
When it's for the sake of a wounded and helpless individual, yes, as a matter of fact.
Oh, this is about the dumb mosquito, isn't it?
Indeed. And I'd keep that attitude at bay if I were you. These folks wouldn't be very happy to hear about the history between you two.
Yeah, I can only hope those draining excess fluids from their body think of me in the highest regards.
I don't think there is such a thing as excess when it comes to helping others. It's sad you don't feel the same way, Ace.
Alright, are all of you really this dense? Think for a good 5 seconds about what's going on. Vince here, a blood-sucking bat, is asking all of you to drain out significant amounts of your blood. Eh?
Okay, and? What's the correlation here?
The fact that you drink blood, that's it, that's the correlation.
Ah, so the correlation is your unfounded prejudices. How reliable.
You people don't really think a mosquito is gonna drink all this, do you? Since I have to spell it out, this is a scam, guys. He's just planning to keep it for himself.
Alright, it's time to come clean. He's right, that was the original plan. However, after seeing how this movement has brought so many folks together in solidarity for the sake of justice, I've had a change of heart. It's not about the blood anymore for me. It was at first, but that was then. And if all of you want to judge me for my less than stellar past, and throw away what could turn into a revolutionary movement, it can't be helped. But I don't think the eye of now should be judged for the motives of the younger and less mature eye. Would you not say?
You mean the you from a whole day ago?
He's right. We can't let something this petty get in the way of the greater good.
Yeah, no one's perfect. I'm in no place to judge nobody.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. And with that chapter behind us, we move on to bigger and better things. And let me assure you, we'll all get there together. You've got to hand it to me. My improv game is on point.
Hey Ace, just a bit of advice. Try not to be so confrontational in the future. It makes you come off as, pardon my language, kind of a butthead.
Yeah, I'm such a butthead pointing out Vince blatantly lying to people.
See, there you go again. I believe Vince really cares about this issue. Why can't you?
Because he has yet to give me a single reason to think he does anything outside of self-interest.
So pessimistic. Look, we've got our next big meet scheduled at the end of the week. How about you show up?
How about I don't, though?
I just think it'll be good for your outlook, you know. Seeing so many people congregate for such a noble cause, it's the least you could do for Mickey.
Oh no, I'm very sure I could do a lot less. Fine, I'll show up for like the first 10 minutes, I guess.
Great! Remember, show up with an open mind.
Yeah, I feel like my mind's opening up already.
Hello, one and all. Glad you could all make it to the first major meeting of the Peace Pioneers. I can see we've quite the crowd today. That's good, that's good. Furthermore, great news about our friend Mickey Mosquito. He's getting better each and every day. Yup, that's thanks to all of you. And another thanks to all of you for spreading the word. I never imagined I'd be speaking to an audience this grand in such a brief time. Of course, let's not rest on our laurels, everyone. We don't want some short-lived fad. We want a real movement that can bring about real change, and perhaps within our lifetimes, real animalistic harmony. Excuse me? Yes, you with the whiskers. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but I believe I heard you scoffing just now. What exactly were you scoffing at? Was it the part about animalistic harmony? The improving health of the mosquito?
Try this. How about the lack of sincerity behind every word?
Vince, that's quite the accusation. I mean, we are called the Peace Pioneers. Why would we be called that if we didn't pioneer for peace? Use your brain, chap. And if you have an issue with us, I think that would imply you have an issue with peace, would it not? Seeing as you're the reason for a certain someone's recent injuries, I'd say that's a fair claim.
Yeah, I smacked a mosquito. Big deal. I'm sure not a single one of you has ever killed a bug before.
You sure seem adept at judging character for one who lacks any himself.
What's that supposed to mean?
Wow, quite the selective memory I see. Always indicative of an honest soul. Let's just dive right in, alright everyone? It's time to learn a little history about our friend Ace. 5 years ago, give or take, an incident many of you may recall, western coast, mild weather, nothing to expect. Suddenly, a boat crafted out of bark and vines pulls in. Who's in this boat, you may ask? Friendly tourists? Noble nomads? No. Just a few dozen cultist rodents. Yes, we claim this land in the name of the great Lord Nauticus. That's what bystanders claim to have heard. Insane, right? So these guys just go crazy, bludgeoning and stabbing everyone in sight. Submit to Nauticus or perish, they yell. The millennium of the rodent is upon us. Fortunately, the millennium of the rodent was cut about 999 years short, due to a naval-borne virus that had spread among the cultists, significantly reducing enthusiasm for any imperial activities. Soon enough, the half-dozen or so that weren't corpses laying in their own vomit turned tail and sailed off, except for one certain fellow who felt, God knows why, that he was still welcome around here, like a malignant tumor. But let me be fair, my memory of this event is a bit fractured. If anything I've mentioned in this presentation is inaccurate, please feel free to correct me, Ace. Oh, I guess not. So despite Ace's claims against ever being an actual follower of Nauticus, he still displays the violent psychotic behavior of his brethren to this very day. Also, credit to my lovely niece, Vicky, for the visuals. Questions from the crowd?
I've got one. How much of the blood that was meant to go to Mickey was used for that presentation, if you don't mind me asking?
Less than how much is on your hands. I joke, but I actually do take serious offense to that question. As I mentioned, Vicky here did all the artwork, as drawing is how she keeps herself occupied, since her brother's been vegetative for the past few months, thanks to take a guess who.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Yep. Vinny here was just trying to help Ace break a certain self-destructive habit. But the thanks he got was Ace tricking him into getting torn up and devoured. If not for vomit-inducing strains of bacteria we bats carry, Vicky may have lost her brother forever. Nonetheless, Vinny has ever since been unable to play with his little sister like he used to. And that makes her very sad.
Get him!
Hey, get away from me!
Yes, I know it's despicable, But I believe there's a great lesson in all of this, my friends. For any one of us in our mortal flesh has the capability to sink as low as that wretched creature that lies among us. That's why we must grow this movement evermore, and ever further to prevent such awfulness from manifesting in our community and in our world. Thank you. And don't forget, the donation station will be open again tonight. Remember to stop by.
Hey, Ace, remember what I said last week about not being confrontational?
I'm sorry, I never considered scoffing confrontational.
Gee, Frank, why do you hate Bailey so much? She's so sweet and innocent. Who cares that she's a retard who can't help but speak every inane thought that sprouts in her dilapidated head?
Well, that description only makes it more perplexing that you can't get along with her.
I don't blame Bailey, she's too dumb to know better. The whole thing was Vince's idea, and the fact that it screws with my life is, of course, just an added bonus. Ugh, I hate that guy so much.
So do I, but you gotta respect the hustle. If people are stupid enough to fall for it, let them. That's nature at work.
Nature is one thing, flat out deceiving people is another.
Bud, you ever heard of a fly trap? You know, hey, look, that flower there looks comfortable. Let me rest my wings for a sec. Oh no, the flower is eating me. How deceitful! It's just like my therapy sessions. The more intolerable customers get the poison, then I get a free meal and free money. Same thing, but just more civilized. For instance, I could easily kill you as well, but I choose not to because I find you tolerable. Amazing how it all works, isn't it?
What's amazing is you saying all this with a straight face.
Okay, I guess I'll just crawl into a cold, dark hole and starve to death so I can posthumously receive your moral approval.
Kind of unbecoming of someone who claims to be a therapist to have such blatant contempt for pretty much everyone around her, eh?
For your info, the contempt is, in itself, an inevitable byproduct of being a therapist. But thanks for your ethical commentary, oh ever-wise Lord of Flames.
Yeah, whatever. It was one time, get over it.
No, it was actually 2 times, in the span of about 30 seconds. And even if it was just 1 time, that's still slightly above average for what it's worth.
Oh, boo friggin' who. I made an honest mistake and set some dumb broad on fire. Big ass deal. You'd think someone raised by genocidal cultists would pick more worthwhile hills to die on.
I'm not as bad as those other guys is a pretty lame defense. Like here, check this out.
Ow! What the hell?
See, that was uncalled for, but hey, at least I didn't set you on fire, you know?
Alright, I was gonna give you some tips on how to deal with this crap, but since you want to be vindictive, I guess I'll withhold my advice.
Oh, yeah, that'll show me.
Well, I've got some advice, as is my specialty. Go over to Vince's place, talk to Vince, ask Vince to stop. 3 simple steps.
Wow, I'd have never thought of that.
So, you've tried it already?
No, but...
Oh, so you haven't thought of it then. Here's a little story for you. Back a couple of years when I lived around the swamp, there was this really annoying salamander girl. I think her name was Sally or whatever. Only reason I ever put up with her was because she was a friend of one of my friends, but we'd get into fights all the time, after which she'd go and stomp on all my flowers. Now, that was really annoying, and I was getting sick of it, so you know what I did? I asked her to stop, and she did.
Oh, alright, fine. Guess I've got little to lose at this point.
Hold on there now. You know my services aren't free of charge.
Ha! Funny joke. You are joking, aren't you?
I'll let you figure that out.
Oh my gosh, here!
Bingo! Smart little guy you are. Now get going, champ.
Yeah, I'm very certain 0% of that story is true.
No, most of it's true, just not the parts about her stopping or me asking.
What's that?
Oh, it's the rat.
Oh, jeez. I am not in the mood to deal with this tonight. What the hell do you want?
Hey, I'd like to talk to Vince, please.
And I'd like to talk to my own son. What can you do? Life sucks.
I mean, don't blame me for that. Blame your brother who started that whole mess.
I can do both, thank you very much. Goodbye.
Look, I won't be long. I just want to have a quick conversation. I'm really not asking that much.
Hey, rat boy.
I'm not a rat.
Yeah, whatever. It seems your perceptive skills are a bit below par, so if we could just put this very clearly...
Go away!
Okay, I understand. I'm going.
I swear, I really can't deal with this.
Hey, calm down, Tori. Just forget about it. Now, where were we?
Sorry, must have taken a wrong turn.
We now return to alien monkeys throwing lasers at each other for 20 minutes.
So, why again are we watching this?
We had a vote! I like it, Miss Scully likes it, and Vinny likes it. Majority rules. It's called democracy.
If this is what democracy gets us, I'm a bit averse to the concept.
Personally, I'm averse to having siblings who can't seem to do anything but complain all the time.
Hey, I'm just voicing my opinion. Is that no longer allowed?
Voice away. What do you suggest we change it to?
I don't know.
Can't argue with that.
Ah, looks like your little friend wants to chat, Vince.
Oh, hi there, Ace. Not to be rude, but could you visit another time? I'm spending quality time with my family right now. I know you're not familiar with the idea and all, but...
You can cut the smug persona, Vince. I just came to ask you to put an end to all this mosquito crap.
If you can provide me with one decent reason to do so, then consider it done.
Well, everyone is making my life miserable because of it, for starters.
Oh, you should have said so earlier. We are such good friends, after all.
Okay, there's also that it's just generally dishonest and immoral.
Oh, really? You don't say. Why, I was completely unaware. Thanks for informing me. Hey, Victor, you hear that? Apparently, what we're doing here is dishonest and immoral.
No way.
I know, right?
I had no idea, man. Hey, ass is it? Thanks for the tip, bro.
My name is Ace.
Wow, really? This guy's just a well of info, ain't he?
Alright, I seriously don't know what you guys' problem is with me when all I do is just try to mind my own business. Is there a reason that you feel the need to screw with me all the time?
Not that I can think of. I mean, aside from the entertainment aspect.
How about the fact that he's shrill and annoying?
Perhaps.
And he has stupid hair.
Noted. Very good, Vicky.
Not to mention, he's a deserter of his own kin.
That too. Quite shameful, not to mention embarrassing.
Oh wait, so it's both a problem that my family is insane, and also that I've severed relations with my family?
Precisely. He who can sway his family from wayward matters can be called a hero. But he who chooses to turn a blind eye can only be called pusillanimous.
That's long for pussy!
Alright, enough. Look, if there's anything I can do to make amends, go ahead and name it.
Okay, how about you take this splinter and go jam it into your eye socket?
I'm not doing that.
Uh-oh. Sounds like someone doesn't want to make amends.
Pusillanimous.
That was a warning shot. Next one goes through your ears if you're not out in the next 10 seconds.
Hey, Vector, could I have a warning shot next time?
Well, that went about as well as I expected.
Wowzers, you expected it to go wrong, and it went wrong. How shocking.
Well, since your advice failed, can I at least have my money back?
Wow, dude. You really are a dumbass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome! This is just the perfect way to wrap up this trash pile of a week.
Okay, drama queen. Want to know how to put a stop to all this? Go to the next meeting, go up in front of everyone, and say that you're sorry.
I'm not apologizing when I've done absolutely nothing wrong. It's a matter of principle.
Yeah, principle's gotten you to high places so far. I can certainly see that.
Alright, smartass, would you do it?
Yeah, I do it all the time. Remember the time we first met, when you took some bark off my tree to eat? I socked you in the face and totally effed up your nose? And afterwards how I said I was sorry with completely feigned sincerity? Just do something like that. Tess does it too.
What?
Yeah, remember when Ace was on a date with that gal with the really long neck and he thought she was a mongoose? Freaked out and spit venom in her eyes, and she went blind?
Except I never apologized for that at all, so moot point.
Oh, well, I'm sure you've done it at one point.
I'm sure I haven't. I don't apologize because I never do things worth apologizing for. Why would I have to fake an apology?
You know, I'm sure there's supposed to be an unspoken rule about nobody outside of the Van Hominen family being allowed in this house.
Well, not anymore, since you've spoken of it.
How about next time you guys get off your asses and throw the rat out instead of humoring him for 10 damn minutes?
Oh no, Vince. Looks like the fun patrol finally caught up to us.
That's all that matters. Fun, fun, fun. Just like how fun your little intervention prank was for Vicky! What did I tell you about harassing your brother?
What? I told him to say something if I was going too far!
Kids, be nice to each other now.
Ugh. And neither of you saw the need to do anything about this?
They're not our kids, are they?
No, they're not. Which is why I'd appreciate if you'd ask before using my son as a sympathy prop next time.
Settle down, Tori. Not like the lad's good for much else, is he?
Dad!
I'm just saying what no one else is willing to, lass.
Am I really the only one in this house who's concerned about this family?
If you care so much, Victoria, why don't you go collect 4 gallons of blood in the span of a week,
Oh? And what's your fallback plan, huh, Vince? Do you just intend to keep up this charade forever and hope we don't get lynched when all those lunatics following you find out you're not actually helping that stupid bug?
I'll cross that bridge when it arises.
What a wonderful non-answer.
Glad you think so. It's what I'm best at. Anyway, cheers. I'm off to get a good day's sleep. Next meeting's tonight. Best to be prepared. Welcome again, all of you. Glad you can make it. We'll just jump right in tonight. So it would seem that last week when I mentioned Mickey's improving condition, you all took that as a call to slack off on your donations. Thanks to your reservations, I'm afraid he has now relapsed into critical condition. If we are to correct this, you all must triple your current rate of donations. That said...
excuse me.
This again? If you're going to fuss, don't bother. We all have better things to do tonight than listen to you whinge about the social consequences for your actions.
Oh no, not at all. I've had a lot of time to think about this, and you know, I realized you're right, Vince. It was just so awful what I did. No excuse, no justifying it, so I wanted to come up to the stage and publicly apologize.
Oh, well, we have quite a to-do list for you before your atonement is complete. But for now, a verbal apology will do. Come on up. Well, we're listening. What are you waiting for?
I just felt it'd be a bit shallow of an apology if the primary recipient wasn't present to hear it, don't you think?
Well, as I mentioned, Mickey is in critical condition, so I'm afraid he can't be here with us today.
Fair enough. How about we all pay him a visit then? Again, this means so much to me.
Give me a minute, my friends. I'll consult this with my associates. Vector?
Yes?
Where's the mosquito?
I believe I saw it.
Hup. I didn't ask you where you believe you last saw it, did I?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. You know, when I told you to keep an eye on the mosquito at all times, that wasn't a suggestion.
So, are we crossing that bridge now, or?
Yes, thank you for that. Helpful words as always, little sister.
I had a whole supply of helpful words last night, but they weren't in high demand.
Hey, Vince, the crowd's getting pretty riled up. You gonna address this or what?
Of course. Well, folks, after much discussion, we have concluded that it is simply too much of a security risk to disclose Mickey's location.
Oh, come on, Vince, you don't really believe that. Look at these folks. They've mutilated themselves for this bug. And you think showing him to them is a security risk?
Folks, please. I know you're all very intelligent. You should be able to see this for what it is. Why is Ace, who just a few days ago was so hostile, now so insistent on getting to the mosquito's location?
No. Why are you so defensive about Mickey's location? Empathy is the ultimate medicine after all. If I could just say those magic 2 words to him, I'm sure it could help a great deal.
The words are only magic when they come from the heart. Knowing your heart, I can only imagine what type of magic.
Silence! Cease your brazen bickering and pay attention!
What the hell?
Behold! My name is Matthew, the absolute spokesman for all arthropods. This, if I'm not mistaken, is the reputed mosquito charity I've been told of.
Peace pioneers, if you will.
I will not! Hypocrites, the lot of you! You butcher and shred your bodies for the sake of one mosquito, and you think that should earn you commendations? You claim to represent harmony, yet your causeless favoritism has stirred animosity among my brethren. I'll have you know, my first breath on this planet precedes those of your furthest ancestors. And I can first-hand say that arthropods inherently have it harder on this planet than many other creatures. Now, we've long made peace with the short end of the stick God handed us, but when external forces begin unfairly meddling within our ecosystem, it tends to raise negative sentiments against the beneficiary. If you intend to lower the ill will you've raised and prove that your movement is anything more than a pathetic sham, you shall cater to the demands of each and every one of these insects, arachnids, and myriapods. What is your answer, sir?
Well, I'm sorry to hear you feel this way, and we are very receptive to your concerns. However, due to a sudden and unfortunate family injury, I'm afraid I'll have to step down as head of the Peace Pioneers to faithfully attend to the matter. And in doing so, I delegate this role to my faithful assistant, Bailey Handel. Well, good luck, and ta-ta now.
Very well. Madam, what is your answer?
Well, yeah, that sounds fair. Actually, you showed up at the perfect time. Ace, this is your chance to redeem yourself.
Huh?
Wait, what's this redemption business all about?
Well, just before you showed up, Ace said he wanted to apologize to the mosquito for his unprovoked attack that inspired us to come up with this whole movement in the first place. But Vince said he couldn't reveal Mickey's location for security reasons, so I figure all your buddies can get what they need from Ace, and Ace gets to prove what he's learned. Everyone wins!
I actually have some, oh wow, sure is getting late. I think it's time to, head in for the night.
There'll be plenty of time for rest after you pay your dues, friend. Alright, who's up first?
Yeah, so my wife kicked me out, and I need a stomach to crash in, just for 2 or 3 years.
Me and my family lived on that basset hound for 7 generations. The old fella finally took the dirt down, and we'll be needing a new place to settle down and irrigate.
So I won this Mallory at a fair, but my mom's allergic, so we can't keep him. But I want to leave him somewhere he can get plenty of brain meat, so he can live long and happy.
My people have seen harsh times in these seasons. I owe it to them to provide them a hearty meal of delicious meaty flesh.
I'm 8 months pregnant with centuplets. Oh, I'm so excited. That means I'll need someone to lay them in. Also, make sure not to move around too much. It makes them restless.
Well, it appears you and your comrades truly are steadfastly committed to your cause. That said, I'd advise against meddling in our community in the future. I bid thee farewell!
Bye-bye. Well, Ace, doesn't it feel great to get that weight off your back?
No, it doesn't. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill that pointy-eared asshole.
Well, so much for the great infallible Vince.
You are the definition of a malcontent, you know? You wanted a fallback plan, you get a fallback plan, and you still complain.
Wasn't so much of a plan as it was dumb luck.
So, Uncle Vince, what happened to Mickey anyway?
I don't know. Ask your father. Or don't. Not like it matters now any... Wait, is that?
What do you know? Oh, looks like he had friends.
Whoa, that sucks.
Got a fallback plan for that one?
Don't need one. I said my goal was to resuscitate the mosquito, and I did so tenfold. So yes, so much for the great infallible Vince indeed.
Uh-huh.